A recent boating tragedy off the coast of Gold Beach is prompting calls for the U.S. Coast Guard to reinstate a seasonal presence in the area. Thank you for choosing NBC 5 News at 5. I'm Joe Sullivan. Following the August 31st capsizing of a tuna boat that left 2 men dead, the Curry County Commission Vice Chair is calling on the Coast Guard to take action. That's our top story at 5. Patrick Hollinger sent a letter to the U.S. Coast Guard. He advocated for the return of seasonal staffing to the Gold Beach Rogue River Station. The Coast Guard station was staffed seasonally during the peak boating months of July through October until approximately 6 years ago. He personally knew the men involved in last month's boating accident and believes their deaths could have been prevented if the Coast Guard had been present.
I think that if we did have that presence back here and the response time getting out to that overturned boat just a few miles offshore, it could have been in 10 to 15 minutes, and they have the equipment to be able to perform those rescues. And I'm not saying they would have survived, but I think that their chances of survival would have been much greater.
He said response times were delayed because the nearest Coast Guard stations are in Brookings and North Bend, and it takes crews 40 minutes to arrive. The Coast Guard discontinued its seasonal presence due to issues with the river not being dredged regularly by the Army Corps of Engineers. That made it difficult for their larger 47-foot vessels to access the station. The port has offered to keep the Coast Guard's smaller Defender boat in the port for a faster response. A meeting has been scheduled with a representative from the Coast Guard Northwest District and representatives from Oregon's U.S. senators to discuss this matter.